Still working on the Project Zomboid build, and still working in here on the McCoy Logging company. I think I need to fix one thing down here. Yeah. So I've got the first building in, and two of the parking lots. The parking lot for this building right here, and the parking lot for the second building, which will be right here, which is the part I'm going to be working on now. Should be double that one. I was off by one on that. And the harder part on this is making sure I get the right distance between where this curb should be and where the building begins. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe. And it's hard to judge distances if there's not that many marks on the ground or anything to actually easily tell exactly where it should be. Eight, maybe. Yeah, I think it's about 8. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I can always adjust this if needed. This should be about where the building begins. That being this block right here. Or this line. And the second hard part is going to be figuring out how far back it should be from the road I've put in so far. One way I could do it is to actually try to count it out, but as I said, there's not that many distinguishing features that actually easily get the distances right. The second way, and what I think I'm going to do, is build it from the back and build up front, since I more readily know exactly where I should be there. From there, it's just a simple matter of using the items that are inside the building to determine exactly the distances, as opposed to using flat sidewalk or the parking spot itself. And there are alternations between it, since, well, I'm not sure about them called alternations, but it's with the distance involved, it's a little bit harder to do the parking lot sometimes. Much easier to actually, if I can get a section of the building to figure out exactly where it should be, to use the interior of the building to determine exactly how the parking lot should be formed, since I have more points of reference. And in this Project Zomboid game, I know that this area right here is in the middle of a log, so that tells me exactly how the distance is, basically. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, that's 2 for the log, or for half of the log. And now to figure out the distances based on the other logs around it. 2, 4, 5, 6. And the second option is to actually use the fence as well as a backup. It's about 4. And this is mostly just confirmation. Okay, I just need 2 from the end of the fence. Otherwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20, 20 maybe. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Could be off on that. Actually, that's the full one. 19, 20. No. One, 2. And there's a door right here with another door right next to it. And this forms a hallway right here. Next is a bathroom. This is a fairly large building. It is separated into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rooms. 2 bathrooms, cafeteria, a office space. Actually 2 office spaces. A long hallway. No, I didn't count that in the rooms, I don't think. And 2 storage rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and a locker room. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 rooms, counting the hallway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is the bathroom right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 for storage. 1, 2, 3, 4 more storage. And this should be the perimeter right here. 2, 3, 4, and there's a door right here with a wall right next to it. And there's also another door right here which leads into the locker room. A door which goes from the storage room right into the locker room, or the locker room right into the storage room, depending on how you look on the situation. This locker room has, not locker room, but the storage has a sort of weird design. And I might want to alter it on this side by 1. Two, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, one of the bathrooms right here. And it looks like it's by the back door. That being right here. Since there looks like there's more doors and windows along the end of the hallway right here. So I would assume that's the front door. And it looks like this is employee parking right here, I suppose. Okay, there's a small hallway right here. A little bit hard to center the door properly, but since I need 2 blocks right here for the hallway, but I can't split between the 2. The second option would be to make it two doors, but I have to think about that one, since 1 block would be too small for this hallway. There's another door right here into the second bathroom, and looks like the men's bathroom. This one being the ladies' bathroom. One, 2, 3, 4 maybe. Yeah, it looks about right. So that takes care of 3 rooms so far. Both bathrooms and the storage room. Next one will be the locker room. A little bit easier on this one since it basically goes straight out to the edge of the building. I've already handled the strange turns already. Good thing is I now know exactly where this should be. Well, I should have knew it before then, but still. So I should do it from here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this could be off. And there's one parking spot right here. And the rest right here is the curb. Goes out for a good distance. That's also one of the things that makes it a little bit difficult to get the distances just right. It could be off on this thing too. I think that's a little bit too much. The fourth one. But this one is slightly distorted here. Still 1, 2. Do the timer. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth line. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be here. And I'll look at the two and compare them. Now part of this distortion is things that were built up from this parking lot right here. So it's slightly off. There's one other way I can do this too. And that'll just give me confirmation. I hope. And that is to go over here and compare it from this side. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. The hard part over here is I have very few references as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In theory, this should be where it turns inward. Or well, outward. this outward face is in line with where the curb for the parking spot should be. Then I'll have to fix a little bit of this as well. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, it's close if I do it from here. It's still off by a bit. But this one should be acceptable. That means I need to go 2 from here for a walkway by the secondary parking spot. This parking lot for the second building. Then I need to adjust the building itself. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 parking spots for this area right here. 6 wide, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 3, 4, 5, 6 is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 6, 6 is 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 9. We have to double check to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and finally 9. And double check on the map. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm going to place the map in the chat using the map from projectzomboid.com. Well, map.projectzomboid.com. And there's a slight distortion right here as well, since it's a little bit hard to get parking spots exactly right. And that's mostly because of the markings. Markings for the parking spots each in this end up being 1 meter thick, which is a little bit too thick. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've been doing 6 by 10 for the parking spots. So it makes them a little bit wider than what they are. And part of the problem there is this line. There's no way I can work with a smaller line or in between lines or to split up a certain block. So the smallest block you can really work with, and this also includes the partial blocks, is a meter block. Even with this fence right here, which only takes up a fraction of a block, it actually takes up the entire block, even though it looks like it doesn't. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that in theory should be this edge. Means I also need to adjust this side over here. And that is to move where this expands outward to here. Yeah, this working from this side has its challenges too. I'm going to see if I can meet up both sides, my worker from both sides, before I alter where this building should be. What I mean by altering is basically I need to move all these blocks to this new position right up here. From here to here. But to double check if everything is exactly where they should be, I'm going to build from this side and compare it with what I've already built so far. Okay, so I've got this looks like an office. There's 2 sets of offices, well, 2 rooms for offices, I should say. Maybe the owner of the business office. 3, 4, 5, 6. A large paneled window for this office, looking out into the parking lot. Or it could be a meeting room, which I suppose is a possibility, but it looks like an office. 2, 3, 4, maybe, and another 3 paneled window. And I'm calling it 3 panels because I'm translating from Project Zomboid. There's 3 panels in Project Zomboid, but when I translate to Minecraft, I'm translating 1 block in Project Zomboid into a 4x4, such as this right here. So This accounts for one panel in Project Zomboid. So one panel in Project, 3 panels turns out to be 6 blocks. And I may need to adjust from this side too, because this area right here sort of warps things as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In comparison with this, this should be a little bit further out here. But as I said, this is throwing it off. So I need to do a couple of more adjustments, I suppose. Okay, over here, this is about right. So I'm going to go by this side. It was off, I think, by 1 or 2 maybe, but not by much. I'm gonna adjust this by 1 then. No, maybe 2. Yeah, it's about where it should be. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And another 6 right here. And these where the windows are. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's not too bad. In fact, I can add 1 more right there and start absorbing. Yeah, this will work. So it's not as bad as I thought it'd be. So this is office and office. And locker room being right. No. Not do too much. 3 sets of panels. 2 offices. This is the cafeteria. And locker room right here. Okay. Three, 4, that's a shelf right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, another shelf. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 2 shelves. Now there's I'm just counting off what's inside the room. 2. This should be about 3. It's not too far off, but it is off slightly, and it's off by about 1. And that'll just accumulate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this will work. Two, 3, 4, 6. And there's a slight distortion right here. And that is because these walls are 1 meter thick. Okay, it's manageable. I would place the door here and another wall here. And that would make up the hallway. I'll just fill in the floor for the bathroom at the moment, and I'm going to use white wool since in the city texture pack that I'm using it looks like white tile. As for this storage room, I'm going to use stone. to decide where the door should be. It's a little bit harder to do this right here, since there really should be this right here, but that's a little bit too. And I can't put a door between these two. Maybe there for a moment. I might change that later. 2, and the other bathroom is right here. I'll need to put in the door. About right there. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and this is the locker room. And it seems to... Okay, this matches up. Sort of. It's about where it should be. A little bit off, but not too far. One, 2, 3, 4. There's a door to the cafeteria right here. And there's a window on this side looking into the hallway. 6, and it's 3 paneled window in Project Zomboid, so 6 here. And added an extra 2 right here, and it doesn't look like it does too much damage. I'm going to adjust this one over here by 1 block, and that's just to move it over by 1. And the same is also true over here. 6, there's another window here looking into the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. There's another large paneled window looking from this office, and it looks like there's quite a few desks in this office. So maybe a few workers in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place the door about right there. Now to get into this office, you have to go in through this office right here. I'm trying to make this one just a little bit more professional for the hallway. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. Compare this to the windows outside. Okay, this should be at the edge of the windows, and that should help out with measurements. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. There are two paneled windows right here, which looks like the front of the building. Which translates 2 panels, and Project Zomboid translates to 4 blocks here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this should be the office right here. It's got a set of windows just on this side. 2, 3, 4 from here. One, 2, 3, 4. And the door right here opening into this other office right here. With a large area right here. Okay, so everything seems to be working so far. On the other side, there's some phones. So yes, this would be the entrance. 2, 2. And it should also be true that right still on this side, yeah, lines up with the windows on this side, much like this side lines up with the windows over here. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 panels from there to 4 here. And with the doors about in the center. And I'll put a door here and here, and that will line up the doors at the back entrance with the doors at the front entrance. And it looks about right. 2, 3, 4. Inward, and this one is where I have to do some slight changes, is the storage room is right here. Storage and work areas right here. It looks like there's basically a factory to cut up woods into panels. That's in this area right here, and there's some windows lining the hallway looking into the factory and partial warehouse storage. It looks like a section for wood to be boxed up and for trucks to pick it up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 panels. That translates to 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the door is supposed to be about right here. Maybe here. 2 more panels here, and it shouldn't do any damage. Take out from distortions and place a door here. And now I need to do this on the other side. This door is right here, is lined up with this one. Window here. The same thing is going to be true on this side. About right here. Should keep it fairly close to Project Zomboid. Now again, the proportions of this building are slightly off by a bit, but it looks fairly close to what's in the game. Sometimes the sad thing is you end up having to accept compromise when you're working from one medium to another. Well, not necessarily compromise from the way a lot of people consider compromise. It's just looking for trade. Trade that benefits both sides. In this case, the trade is both accuracy benefits with the ability to actually build it. So it's not that you're sacrificing one for the other, it's you're finding a balance between one or the other. And that is why what I mean by, in this case, compromise. Basically, it's closer to the definition of a business transaction, where both sides benefit from it. 4, 5, 6. I should. 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe here. About right here for the curb. Okay, so we've got the first loading area mapped out. And what I used for the other building was this dark prismarine. I think that's how you pronounce it. For the hangar. Or the garage door where the truck would pull up and unload and offload these boxes. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that should handle both of the doors or loading areas, loading bays. Means I'm almost at the edge of the building. There's one more loading bay, and that is on the opposite side of this room. Should be okay if I just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be the perimeter of most of the perimeter. There's still one more extra room. I'll need to add on. Two, 3, 4. This part's going to be a headache placing in this section right here where the area where trucks are designated to move is sort of marked off. But it should help me right here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe here. And this should be the perimeter right here for this curb. I just need to extend it out to here. Although I might need to wait one moment before I fill in this area right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 from here. 3, 4. A door about here which leads into a storage area. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are a couple of windows along the side. One in this corner right here. And there's another one. But I may need to wait a moment before I place that one in. Five, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And those are small partial walls. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's a door right here leading into the factory area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's a window right here. That should handle all of the windows. Don't see any more. Going to use stone for the storage area right here, and also the factory floor. 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, and there's another loading area about right here. 4, 5, 6. And this will help me position roughly where, let's see here, this should be. I did alter this, so I'm going to alter this by 2, roughly. About right here. It looks like from this side the logs are taken in, since most of the logs are stacked along this right here, and there are machines right here with boxes on the other end. So input here and output over there. Seem to have a little sniffles today, sorry. Apologize for that. fill in this area, then I'll take a short break. Shouldn't be too long, just need to get something for the sniffles. Okay, I've got in the pattern for the second building right here now. So now I just need to fill it in, build up the walls, and put in the ceiling. So I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be right back and continue work on it. Thank you very much for watching so far, and one moment and I'll be right back.